If you've been living in the US for at least a few years, then you've probably had the opportunity to shame your American friends for believing that Cinco de Mayo is a widely celebrated holiday in all of Latin America, when in reality, it's not even widely celebrated in Mexico. What you probably don't know is that although the celebration has been horribly co-opted by beer brands,
Cinco de what? Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May.
The Mexican holiday.
Searching for miles.
Americans actually have a legit reason to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Let's get the apparently not so obvious out of the way. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico's independence. It's actually a regional celebration that takes place in the state of Puebla, but also elsewhere where there's a lot of Poblano communities, such as here in New York City. Because in 1862, a smallish Mexican army defeated a far more powerful French army. If your American friends are the type that like to put on sombreros, zarapes, and fake mustaches just to get white girl drunk,
Cinco de Gringo!
Those girls are so drunk, those three girls, see the three of them?
then you were probably right to shame them, because portraying a racist caricature of any culture while pretending to celebrate them is offensive. However, as I previously mentioned, Americans do have a great reason to celebrate El Cinco de Mayo. Dr. David Hayes Bautista, a professor of public health and medicine at UCLA, wrote a great book called El Cinco de Mayo, an American Tradition. And according to him, the key to understanding the tragically misunderstood holiday lies in remembering that, at the time, the United States was in the middle of a civil war, and that Latinos in the West Coast saw both conflicts as one. The American Civil War was between those who were pro-democracy and freedom, that is, the Union, which included many Mexican people, and those who were pro-slavery and white supremacy, aka the Confederacy, and their buddies, the French. During the first years of the Civil War, the Confederacy was winning, and this worried Latinos. Because can you guess what the role of mestizos would have been in a white supremacist society? Yeah, not good. That's why when the news of the victory of Puebla reached the American West, celebrations erupted in California, Nevada, and Oregon.
Sounds good.
During the first years of the Civil War, that was actually the first victory that the pro-freedom army had over the army of white supremacy and slavery. However, that was a long time ago, before some history nerd at a beer company resurrected the holiday for nefarious reasons. Yet, going back to its roots, Cinco de Mayo is actually a cool, proud holiday for Americans to celebrate. It's important to remember that Cinco de Mayo didn't begin as some boorish celebration of drunkenness,
Those girls got totally destroyed.
but actually as a victory against slavery and racism. And that's something that not just Latinos, but everyone in America should get behind, especially now in 2020. So happy Cinco de Mayo indeed.
Salute.
That's it for the history lesson. If you like this video, you should check out the rest of our content on the Americanos social media. Adios.